It's live. It's working. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to Ruth and Relationships. My name is Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Tonight's topic is what black married men think about black why black women are still single. What black married men think about why black women are still single. So basically, we asked the married black men why they think that probably was a better title, right? Let me write that for you. Bear with me just a second. What? Okay. What married delay black men think? I should say what married black men think. Because my computer is absolutely tripping right now. Let's see. That's that. Okay. Oh, it worked. Yeah. Okay, look. Deal with me. Hold on. Okay. You know how when like everything wanna go wrong and then it slowly wanna go right? Bear with me. We about to get this together because it's going right. Okay, my computer was tripping before and now it's acting better. Things are gonna get better. Hey. Happy Good Friday, guys. Happy Good Friday. So we are good there. Perfect. So today we are talking about what black married men think. These are the men that are actually doing the proposing, that are actually doing the marrying. I want you not to be confused that every man wants to be a husband. Every man does not want to be a husband. Every man wants all the ladies, but everybody don't want to be a husband, nor could they be a good husband. And that's okay. But the ones that do, they have a hard time connecting with the black woman, okay? And it's not just a thing that happened in 2020. It's not a thing that happened in 2010. This has been going back for hundreds of years. It's been a result of many things, and the confusion has passed down along the generation. But before we start that, I want to start with the icebreaker, okay? So, do you think that men slander women more or women slander men more? Do you think men slander women more or men slander women more? Okay, so the reason why I came up with this is like I've been having a little moment. I've been having a little problem, okay? Because my thing is I want to like I understand where men are like serious and they want to be in a relationship and they're married and all of that stuff, right? And it be the married men sometimes, right? Sometimes, right? Some married men they seem to have this thing about women. And it's not just married men. I'm just shocked that it is married men, but it's men in general. Some men are very disrespectful at the mouth. I don't know what it is about disrespect, but it's got to stop, okay? And I know the reason why, okay? I know the reason why there is disrespect, right? Because if the women are conducting themselves in majority in a negative light, they're not going to have respect for good women. That's the consequence. That's the price. The price when you keep telling your girl like, "Girl, you look good in that thing. I love the way your jelly roll outside of your stomach and stuff, and you still got a beer. I would wear that, but you look good." When we don't want to hold our sisters accountable, we pay the price. This is what we're suffering. We are suffering the price of not being honest to one another, and now the craziness spreads, and they think we're all the same, and we're not. Men, the problem is that men don't have a general respect for women right now. Men don't have a general respect for women right now. I'm not talking about people that think that woman is God. I'm not talking about them that go, oh gosh, I just give me woman. I just do anything she say. I'm not talking about that guy because y'all think he's weak, right? I'm talking about guys that can get married, that can keep a woman, that have multiple women interested in them, or they just they got their stuff together. They don't think that highly of us. Okay. And I understand that part. Before I go into the men, I gotta go back and say what the women did. Oh, what had happened, girl? Well, let me tell you what these women done did. Okay, y'all the ones talking about all men are dogs and men are trash and all these stuff. So y'all kind of slandered first, okay? And so now they're like, finally, because finally we got some stuff to say about y'all, right? And unfortunately, we are paying the price now. So, what do I mean? So I had a little incident where I was on a panel and basically what had happened was they kept calling they made a mistake. Okay. They made a mistake and they tried to call me the HOE word. Okay, let me just call it HOE. All right. They called me a HOE. And then when I played back, it was worse. It was worse. But my whole life has changed. My whole life, I've been trying to find a word. I'd be like, it's nothing similar. Nothing matches the word BITCH word. Nothing matches it for the man, right? It's just they be like, "Bleh," and you be like, can't call them an N word. They call them N words all day. It don't mean nothing. There's nothing to get the man back, right? So when this happened and he called me to where I'm like sitting there smiling, they don't know like the girl that's smiling be the one that with the little lighter, right? And I'm like, I know he did not call me no hoe. And he trying to act like I'm like every other woman on this page. I like, listen, if you might not have that much respect for that one or that one or that one, but you better have some respect for me. So I said, okay, GAY. I said what he's like, all women is HOE. So I said, all men are GAY. Men don't take offense to this at all. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones that was being disrespectful and rude. Unfortunately, it feels like y'all okay with saying it about everybody. A lot of guys, honestly, it's a lot of guys that will not do this, but it's just too much. The big mouths on the internet, they will say it. So I have to address it. There has to be a level of respect if we're going to have real conversations. I noticed that I'll be vulnerable in my conversation, right? I'll be vulnerable and reveal something about myself. And then in the next minute, it's about to be a gotcha moment. It cannot be. You cannot tell me you want real change. These are the people that stepping up to the platform instead of the real people that really want to make a change, that really want to see the community do better. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Y'all just on a keyboard, or just the real ones just sit back and don't say nothing. And unfortunately, the loud mouths, the ones that say negative things, they get loud. Slander. We need to stop slandering women. We need to stop calling them the HOE word. Every woman is not a hoe. Excuse my language. Every woman is not like that. That's so stupid. And they was like, oh, and then we talking about God or something like, oh, you just became saved. You were born again Christian. I'm like, when? I've been in church my whole life. What are you talking about? I got saved at 7. I still go now. Let's go 7 to now. Let's just forget the first 7 years. Okay. I can't tell you 3 decades in church. Okay. Ain't never went nowhere. Ain't never been like, other people. So stop acting like there's not people that really be living the life. Stop acting like every woman is the same and having that disrespect is like out of control. But the funny thing is, every man was squirming. I have never seen something so hilarious. And it was like, can you please direct your anger over there to him over there who said it, not me? Because they know it's wrong. And once one says it, they all start feeling comfortable. Like, oh, we can call them hoes. This is okay. It's not okay. That's why I made the video called What Men Cannot Handle a Feminine Woman, because there's a level of respect that I get on a normal basis. I will feel immediately uncomfortable. Uncomfortable if you treat me outside of such ways. And there is no benefit to being a feminine woman when you're going to be disrespected. So I'm telling the men, it's going to backfire if you treat every woman like they ought to be disrespected. And I don't see this. I would not say I see this only in black men because I see red pill white boys do it. But black men, y'all got to be. I had to say, look, if black men don't respect the black woman, then who will? And so I don't know if it's just me that feel this type of way, but I really feel like that's what like it's not just me that go through it, but I know that how I felt. And I was like, no, I'm not putting up with this because I don't do nothing to disrespect myself. So why would I allow you to disrespect me? I know there are women talking trash, but if I'm and then I'll be the one that stand up and say what the truth is. If a man is right, I'm gonna say a man is right. If a woman is right, I'm gonna say a woman is right. I'm not like biased in that way, but I'm still like, step up for my women because I just feel like women don't know no better. Okay. Like when we do stuff, it's not on purpose. I used to tell one of my exes, I said, when I did it, I was wrong, but I ain't know no better. But when you did it with intention to hurt me. That's worse. Right? So if I did it, I was an innocent. Okay. Some women are innocent. Okay. The problem with the innocence is we keep on trying to play the same play. That's where we're wrong. Okay. And I'm trying to, in a nice way, tell the women, like, let's get it together. And I know my presence in this space is to be a good example, to be a good role model. So I didn't want to get outside of my character, but I was like, listen, y'all ain't finna be calling me no hoe and into my face. Oh my God. No, you didn't say that. Proof, you done did some whole stuff. I said, no, he didn't. I was like, yeah, every man done did some gay stuff. Every man done cuddle with a man in the locker room. They're like, no, no, no. They was going crazy. So I know it gets them. And it's unfortunate because when the women be like, is he gay or something? Like they're trying to bash a man. And it's I don't like it. I don't like doing that. But it was just in a playful way. We was getting at each other. It was too funny. So I just want to say a little something about slander because it's all cute, fun and games until somebody get hurt. So now am I all right? So now watch this, right? So then the same person that was saying some crazy stuff about me, yo, God is God is so good. I'm sorry, but God is so good. I don't have to get people back. I'm telling you, please, Dama. And he went off. I was like, this is the same person. I always got name calling. Somebody called his mama a name. And he was like, "Oh, I see you. I'ma F you up." He got out of character. You never seen him mad like this. So I was like, yo, ain't that funny how you just calling me names and somebody called you a name, you went off? Exactly. So men sometimes think it's okay to slander a woman or women in general, right? And when they think it's okay. I forgot my train of thought, but they think it's okay to do that. And then I guess the rest of them jump in. That's what I was gonna say. When it comes to me, I'll let you know. But here we go. All right. So let's talk about slander because I think we don't. Some people I like to look words up. Okay, that's just me. All right. Slander. A second. All right. So the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Making false and damaging statements about someone. And then I was supposed to be stupid and say, I was being a hoe with such and such. I'm like, no, you're not gonna what? First of all, I'm in real estate. So listen, for my clients, you're not gonna catch me slipping saying anything negative about my clients. Like that's a no. That's what I'm here for, to make sure they look good and make sure everything is going great. Why would I slander myself? That's one. Men be like, they be getting women so like they just be like they get people that's girls that don't like have it all here, so they like so used to it. But I was like, nah, you gotta try somebody else. That's not gonna be me. I don't know who told you this, but my point is we need to start respecting women a little bit more. Okay. If you see somebody acting in a negative way, right? A woman being promiscuous is a better statement than just calling her a hoe, a 304, a slut. Like, stop with the name, the name calling and it's the disrespect. I understand the shame, right? You could say single mother and there's shame with that, right? The way you're saying it, your tone, the disgust that you have, right? It's okay, right? It's okay, single moms. We got this. So the disgust that some guys have it because this is one thing I want to tell you. Let me tell you something about Ben and all this trash they're talking about single mothers. This is what I seen and this is what I know. Men will talk a lot of trash about single moms, right? A single mother. Don't nobody want no single mother. and then they go and have a baby. Let me give you an example. Wale was singing in one of his songs. I barely listen to rap, but when I do, right? What he said, and I ain't never had a baby mama ever, or something like that, right? And then the next thing you know, when he had the baby, he had that baby, he ain't had nothing bad to say about single mothers because he was a single father. So men will trash talk single motherhood until they become single fathers. They're not going to just outright like praise single mothers, but they get real quiet. That volume go down. Only the ones with no kids got a loud voice, which is their right. You can't be mad if a man doesn't want to date a single mother and he have no kids. Like he has earned the right to start have his own blank slate, blah blah blah, woo woo woo. Right? There's still guys that still be like, you know what? I still want a single mom. That's fine. But there's going to be guys like, and that's fine. And guess what? The women with no kids, okay. And I will reiterate what I said on that video where I said when I had no children, I dated somebody that had a child. And if I knew that men were the way they were, that's why I know I didn't really have no ill will towards the men because I only went like they spit me out in the 12th grade. I knew that I was like men are cheaters, right? And men are dogs. Like I heard that so many times. So I just started believing that. But I didn't have no real that was what they taught me. But I really didn't say like, oh, if he's a single father, then he's not good enough for me. I never said that. So that I know naturally I did not have no thing against him. He was like, oh, if you was a single mom, I would never talk to you. Well, that changed. When people start having 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, listen, you don't got no more to say. So that's what I'm gonna say for the single mothers. If you want to be a single mother, side note that if you want men to take you seriously, then you're going to try to balance out the power dynamic between your kids being here and your man being here. You got to find a way to get him back up here, honey. You got to find a way, unless it's an emergency, whether it's, something like crazy, like this, like you don't want your kids hurt or whatever. Other than that, it's supposed to be your man first. Because if you didn't have them kids first, it should be man, wife, kids because you had kids first, then it's all out of line. The kids is running the relationship, then the mom, then the dad, and that's why they don't want it. Okay, just a long and short of it. So me and my thinking and the way I am, I don't do that unless my kids are in danger. It's the man of the house, then the woman, and then the children. If the kids are in danger, then I have to break that protocol, but that's the only time. So the kids are not ganging up and I'm gonna get you in trouble with my mama. When people start saying stuff like that, it's no getting no ain't no getting no man in trouble here. You crazy out your mind? This is the man of the house. And so I know that we don't have that blueprint, but we got to create our own. Sometimes when you don't have it, you got to create your own. So I'm ready for the topic now. That's all I gotta say. Respect your girl because you ain't finna be slandering me on the internet. Okay, I am a good woman. All right, and I decree and I declare. There's some other good women out there. They about to become out the shadows. Okay, but we're not gonna do it if we don't have that respect. We gotta have that respect. All right. Let's see if we got anything going here. All right, so topic of the night. What is the topic of the night, child? So so basically what happened, right? And this was published in 2013. What happened was there there was a married black men's opinion to why single. The author realized that black married men were never asked. They were never asked. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, they were never asked their opinion. And so they're the ones that are proposing marriage, right? They're the ones that's proposing marriage. So therefore we had to get we had to get their opinion. I'm gonna get you a second. All right, so let me get to it. Okay. I knew something crazy was gonna happen, but I got my back up because I gotta like that. All right, here we go. Let's talk about this, okay? Women's approach to men is one of the issues why black women are single. So the stats said that 7 out of black women will never marry. So 7 out of 10 are not married, like currently, and 3 out of 10 will never marry. Okay. So that means the rest of them will either be married or divorced, but 3 of them will never be married. So it's kind of like 3, 3, and 3. 3 out of 10 married, 3 out of 10 never married, and 3 out of 10 probably divorced or widowed. Okay. So here's what we're going to talk about tonight. Women, the what I my biggest takeaway, right, is that when men, okay, we try to downplay the women men going to jail thing, but it really becomes a thing, right? So I had this thing. Let me give you the bigger picture. There was this white girl who says, I have this degree, right? Let's say she had this. Let's say she had this. She was like, okay, I have this degree and pretty in the case and everything. This degree and that degree and a certificate too, right? If you need a contract, let me know. I got somebody good in Philly, but I can't get a job. Can't get a job. And she said, I'm not answering your gosh dang phone for no customer service. So the people in the comment section talking about some, don't you know that getting a degree is only going to get you an entry level position? So even like all types of people, it's just not black people. They don't, you went to college, you played yourself. Okay. If you didn't get something very specific, very much, when I caught onto the game, I said, oh, this the game. This the game. You go to college to get some skills. Okay. So for example, if I was at the community college and I started getting interested in some stuff, like I had business administration, but then I was like, I'm gonna get my real estate class together. And I was like, okay, that's a business. And then I was like, I want to learn about engineering music. They had the studio, they had the teacher, they had the experience, they had all that stuff that you can get yourself, your feet wet with. Then I was like, since I'm in the music, let me go grab my certificate. People was like, yo, you should go. My mom owned a daycare and she got like 200 kids. She making like 200 grand. Like you can make 20 grand a month or some crazy number. It was like 200,000 a month or 20 grand a month. And I was like, that's a lot of money. So I was like, I don't want to go to do more classes. And then I was like, yo, all I got to do is slide these 7 over and take 3 more and I can get this degree. Da da ding. Now that degree gives me the degree that I need to open up my own daycare. And it is like, it's very specific. It was a whole nother experience when I got a specific degree. I say all this to say, when you do not go to college for something specific that's going to get you in the door day one, expect to start at the bottom. Black men kind of see the game coming. They're like, nah, I ain't getting me, sir. I don't believe in that. I don't like class. I don't like how y'all talk to me. I don't like how y'all treat me. So they avoid school altogether, right? And some of them go, but most of them don't. And some of them go and get that degree and then they get nothing from it, just like this girl. What happens when a man doesn't make enough money? I think the women need to know this. When a man is not making the money he wants to make, he don't feel comfortable, he don't feel like he can lead this family, he don't feel like he can provide for this family, he doesn't buy a house and he doesn't get married. How many people been with some man talk about some, when I get it together, then I'm gonna marry you, girl. I'm not even financially together yet. I'm not even, we'd be like, what? Shut up. Let's just do it, right? But it's like a man really knows what a husband is. And if a husband is provider, they're like, I can't even provide right now for myself. How am I going to provide for a family? That's their thinking. We thinking a husband, companion, we're going to work together. We've been doing this in slavery days or whatever. So it's no big deal, right? But some men, they just won't move ahead. But the studies show as a man is making more money, he's going to want to get married. And then we put 2 and 2 together and said, oh, when men start approaching 45, they tend to get into their stride, their financial stride. So 45 to 55, they're making more money. And that's why you see people getting married. And when I looked at the stats long time ago, it was said almost 90%. It was in the 90s. 90% of people will be married. 90%. I'm like, what? I don't know how that stat happened. They said 3 out of 10 were never married. So I don't know how that happened, but I remember seeing 90%. Okay. That means by the time 50 comes, when people start getting in their 40s, right? People start getting in their 40s, they start scrambling, like, all right now, who around me? So I can get married now. Who can I marry now? So um yeah. So when men want when they get their money together, they want to get married. Okay. So now let's keep that in mind. So if they're not getting the job that they want, if they're underemployed and unemployed, if the study was saying how there's blockages in the workplace, I told y'all on Ruth in the Bag, yeah, right, our money show, I told you that people are underemployed right now. All these unemployment numbers that are low, they are, when they're saying there's jobs out here, these companies, I don't know if it's like um, a total effort together. When you look at them jobs, it's a bunch of fast food jobs. Stop playing with me. A bunch of fast food. I don't know if they was giving out a, because me, I think everything connected. So don't mind me, my conspiracy theories. But I'm like, either the government was paying people to go create some jobs, which I think was gonna happen 20 years from now. We'll know the truth. They was paying everybody to say we got jobs, so it could look like we're not in the economic downfall, right? And they created all these jobs, but they're underemployed. If you notice, they're paying people less and less and less. Some of them are paying a little bit more in the dollar amount, trying to make it look good, but they ain't hiring that many people, or they giving them like low hours, but still hiring you, right? So when men get that type of pressure on them, and then if they, a lot of them, oh my gosh, I can't click it now, but it was like 20 to 29, a huge number of black men were in jail. 20 to 29. So now when they come out of jail, they have this merry-go-round that goes, oh, you went to jail? We're not gonna give you no jail. It's basically when you go to jail, you become a felon, you're done. I seen it myself. It's hard to get an apartment. It's hard to get your gun license. It's hard to get what else? A job. So if you don't have a job, you cannot get a good job, and you went to jail, whether it was for something small or something big, and you can't get a job, you have no choice but to do something else illegal, right? You have a choice. You work for pennies or do something illegal, but making good money, baby, you out. And so that is how they keep black men down. I used to be like, well, do they need more, like, do they need more people to work at the jail or something? Why are they just still doing this, locking black men up left and right for no reason, right? Why are they doing that? Why are they following them? And they're over surveyed. Surveillance is very high. They're watching the black men. They're putting them in jail, just kind of ruining them so they won't have a good job. And I mean, it's systematic. It's no doubt about it. It's not even Ruth saying it. It's factual, okay? And it is systematic. These are the things that keep our men from being able to turn their lives around. So if somebody don't really give them a shot, they're not going to be able to. So if the regular man can't get a job, the regular man with a degree can't get a job, do you know a felon is done, right? And them be the ones that the women want, okay? They're like, you guys got, that's the weirdest thing I ever seen. He kind of cute. If you see somebody like a jail video under the comments, they're like, he kind of cute. I mean, he kind of fine. Can you hook me up? This man just got out of jail, and you talking about some. Can you hook me up? What you gonna do? Give him a place to stay? Anyway, moving on. We're talking about women's approach to men is misguided. 73 of the 73% of respondents in the gender relations category indicated that black women's approach to men is misguided. So 73% of the men saying like women don't really know what they're doing when it comes to men. One guy said, for real, women not supposed to be looking for no man. You're just supposed to be doing your thing. He's supposed to be pursuing you. Another one said sometimes, like at the church, he would notice that as a new guy come around, the girls start dressing all provocative and super sexy, trying to get him, trying to catch his attention, trying really hard. That's not how you go and catch him, baby. he gotta, you just chill, relax. You look desperate, is what he was saying. And I've seen that happen. I had my little moments where I was just like, God, I've been a good woman. I'm gonna wear my shirt a little short, my skirt a little shorter. Wait, last time, me and God be going through it. We're very close to my knee. So I was like, listen, God, the last time I wore past my ankles to prove that I was ready. This time I, I'm gonna wear above my ankles to prove I was ready. But it was like Forever 21 short. I was like. So then I toned it down. I was like, all right, God, I'm done. I'm done rebelling. I'm cool. But it wasn't for no particular person. I just wanted to feel cute. But yeah, it gets crazy. So now when I wear it, I was like, it's no way I wore that. There's no way. But I would always wear it with a little sweater. It would be giving. It'd be giving. I've been really trying, baby. Right? And then I throw a sweater on it. Trying to hold it. Hey, so long. But now I wear it to cover everything. Anyway, so here we go. Not exhibiting ladylike behavior. Not exhibiting revealing clothing. One thing I would tell y'all, and I'm so glad I did the experiment because I learned a lot. Sometimes you have to do things to know that it's not you and to know that it's nothing, you get nothing from it. It's very important. Sometimes I think women do learn by making their own mistakes. I really think that, like, some very cautious women don't do that, but a lot of women learn by it. They have to make that mistake. Now, I noticed that when I was dressed more conservatively, the attention went down, but the attention was more quality, and they were very impressed. It was like, oh, like, you look good, you got your natural makeup look going, and you look nice. Like, you do not see that. Like, honestly, you don't see it because soon as the weather break, y'all break out the booty shorts with the butt cheeks out and thinking the guys is excited about that. No, baby. You just telling them, if you talk to me, I'm gonna let you hit. Like, that's really what you're saying with your clothing. It could be chilling, whatever. I mean, it could be, I can see how people are respectful. I'm talking about you wearing the butt cheeks out. Like, I'm not a shorts person. It's just not my thing. That pencil skirt and them heels and looking nice, you know. And if they are doing it, they're like looking like hookers. And that's a thing. Like, we don't say the word hookers no more. We need to bring hookers back because we can't look like hookers, okay? And I know it'd be like the most wholesomest girls that be like, you need to respect your husband. You need to, and then you see them on Instagram, you be like, oh heck no. Oh my gosh. What? Right? And women don't dress respectful anymore. So ladylike behavior, cursing. They don't like cursing. And honestly, I really don't like when people curse around me. But I'm sometimes not my show, or it's not my zone. It's not. I'm gonna look at you different. If you're just, I'm gonna just be throwing f bombs everywhere. And you see me here, telling you, quality men, they will, if they're, it don't matter if they're in a relationship or not in a relationship, they gonna act a certain kind of way around feminine women. So you must just think everybody's trash because when they don't change like that, you already know who you're dealing with, ladies. The next one is setting standards too high. Setting standards too high and placing more value on men who can offer material possessions. Sometimes women set their standards too high. So I liked where he said it's either they set them too high on this extreme or they have no standards at all on this extreme. Any man will do. Any man won't do. Yeah. I know what that's like. I know what that's like. Any man won't do. So you have to be able to, like, the woman, I'm talking to the woman that does not have a lot of standards. Like, oh, okay, you just cute, whatever. Let's go. Let's make this work. To make this work, kind of woman, you have to be like, I want to watch how you chase after me, court me. I want to see how often you call me. I know people were like ragging on me in the beginning, like I don't call men. I don't. To this day, I still don't be like picking up the phone and all of that. I'm like, look, we have our little thing, our routine. Call me when you are free. And I will drop what I have to do if depending on like how the importance of it. Like if I'm already committed to something in my schedule, then I'm not gonna drop it. But like if it is involving other people, but if it's something I'm just doing on my own, whatever, and I can delay it, then I'm gonna stop and talk to them, right? But me calling, hey, what you doing? How you doing? Da 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 da. And when we talk, we talk. So it's like I can't do that in the middle of the day, and I don't want you to do that to me in the middle of the day. You see what I'm saying? Even though sometimes but if it's important, okay. But people's like, you don't call men, but it used to be so important because that's how I was evaluating them. I was evaluating how often you call me. It's the only way you can keep track. And that's why when you date multiple men, you risk missing out on the good one. I'm gonna say it again. When you date multiple men, you risk out on the good one. You have to get to know multiple people. But as soon as you identify that there's one higher than the rest, you let the rest go. That's why I say. I didn't say focus on one. Find the first person and focus on them. Because if your radar is off, if you're good at this, fine. But if your radar is off, you have to be in tune. You have to be on point. You have to understand what you're talking about. Because you over here talking about your mama married 3 times, right? And that ain't the guy, baby. I'm telling you, you shooting yourself in the foot. That could be your husband you telling that to. Or you forgot some type of detail. So if you can't take notes, you're talking to multiple people before you make your decision, you need to be like, don't get it twisted. Unless you got see, I don't have a good memory, so y'all probably remember. I am not a rememberer. I'm not a rememberer. I'm not a rememberer. Okay. So yeah, back to the women. The oh now so this setting this I was talking about setting your standards too low. So he is supposed to pursue you, meaning he will call you, he will text you, he will find you. If you say I won't talk to you no more, he like, no, I want you in my life. If he's not giving you that type of energy, it's not that you're not special. It's not that you're not important, because I want you to know this. I know that it was some people that really hurt my feelings. It was some people that really was like, why are you treating me like this? Right? Because I did the whole let hands go. Like it's like a get my hands off the situation, let go and let God type of situation, right? And see what people do. And the person would not come back. All right, ladies, he would not call me back. I was like, you were supposed to be the one, sir. You were supposed to be the one. They told me I was supposed to want you. You had all the requirements, okay? You was in there. And then he wasn't interested in being serious. So my point is let him chase you. Those are supposed to be your standards. I want a man who is chasing after me. I want a man while I'm living my life. So I'm not waiting around for him to call me while I'm living my life. So he's calling. He's making dates. He's saying I want to see you. How to train myself to stop saying, when am I gonna see you? When am I gonna see you next? When am I gonna see you next? You know what I mean? After you know he wanna see you like that, that's fine. After he says it. But when you're trying to like, we need to be on 2 dates a week for this amount of time before I get that's too much. That's when we're going into whatever. So back to the no standards lady. The man has to work hard. You cannot be with a man who don't have a job. You cannot be with a man who don't believe in working. Mm-mm. You cannot believe in the man who takes the law in his own hands. Mm-mm. That's not a husband. You cannot be with a man who thinks that he needs 6 girls. Mm-mm. That's not a husband. You cannot be with a man who worships money and you're not important at all. No, right? He can work. I'm gonna tell you to um let him work, make money. But at the same time, there has to be a moment in time where he's like, you know what, today you're first. Gotta be like that. Gotta be. If he's always working, right? He make time for what he wants. He made time to go out with his friends. He made time for everything else. If you notice a man is not making time for you, then maybe you should not be on his top. Like you should just leave him alone. Leaving men alone has been the best thing. It's the best thing I've ever done. Uh, 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 uh. In his arms. Hey. Listen, leave them alone. Leave them alone. You make your impression and you leave them alone and you see what they do. Because if you got the look, if you got the hips he like, if you got the lips he like, if you got the, I don't know, eyes he like, he gonna run after you. And you're friendly and kind and beautiful and you take care of yourself, damn, you have never to worry nothing. You have never to worry nothing. I know. So now for the women that have so that's the woman with no standards. Have standards of I need you to treat me well. I need you to consider what I want. If I can go back to my teenage self, that's what I would say. I was one of those people that I didn't know to have standards. I was so young. And then I learned how to have my standards. So it wasn't so much what a guy has material things. No, baby. This is when they was like, oh, she ain't even tripping over that. Nope. I can't even press her with this. Nope. It was more so how you treat me. What's your character like? You over here lying to the police about stuff. Ain't got time for that. Oh, they stole something. Oh, I just told them they had a gun. It's no big deal. I did the right thing, right? You want me to tell you, and you want me to tell you you did the right thing? Boy, bye. This is why we choose wrong. We don't even know what to choose. Now let's go. The women that have too high of a standard. We always talk to these women. If you want to be a perfect man, you best to be perfect. I'm talking about Rihanna fine. I mean, your body like boom, pow, pow, like the skinny version, okay? Like everything great. You are the five-star chef. You know what I'm saying? Like your house is immaculate. You take good care of yourself, your skin, your body. You eat only fruits. You're radiant. You know how to be soft and quiet and feminine and all of that. If you don't have that kind of stuff that they're looking for, you cooperate. If he changed the plans, it's no problem, baby. It's no problem. I gotta be cooperative. I gotta show him. I gotta show him that he didn't mess up. Oh, Jesus. Right? Oh, I missed the shot. I missed it. Right? I don't want to stress him out. But then it's like when you let it go, it's like, dang, I want to see you today. But I can't. You can't. That's probably a really good reason why. Probably a really good reason why. Give him the benefit of the doubt, and then you be like, oh, I had something else to do. You just let it go. And then it's another day. But when we like, damn it, you said that you was going to do this for me. This is what the men are saying. We're overly aggressive. I can't believe you. When you are overly aggressive with a man, he thinks that he's with a man. He will treat you accordingly. This is why I said what I said in the beginning, the slander. I never gave you that I'm finna fight you. I never gave you I'm gonna disrespect you, right? Even when I said it, I was like, y'all know I'm just joking, you know what I'm saying? Like, with all due respect, with all love. Like anytime I say something that's spicy, I put a little sweet on it, right? So I never gave you disrespect. So why are you giving it to me? And so, but it was really cool to like let men feel how a woman feels. I don't think they have any clue, idea, anything. Because if they would stop saying, well, it's different for a man. It's different for a man. All right. So when you have high standards, right, put it together with what I said in the beginning. The men are struggling in America to get the good jobs. They're struggling. You might meet the man that has the oh my gosh, he would treat you so good. I'm not saying he treat you so good, so nice, child. So good, so nice. And you disqualify him and you think you're better until you're not. Look at the Amber Roses. Look at the Dreas. Look at the all these girls that we want to be the video vixen. But none of them win it. When do you see someone like, oh, look, she got her family of three, and she's happily ever after. And she was a video vixen, shaking her butt in the beginning, and now she wanted to throw men away, left and right. It never ends well for them. It don't end well for them. You know who it end well for? The boring, quiet lady who has her home. It's not fancy, but she has a home. She has her children growing up. She gets to be in her children's weddings. You know, she was humble. She was beautiful. Her family called her blessed. She has the best life. Y'all have no idea. The best life. Right now, it's about you. But me, I have three daughters, okay? And I mean, when I say they're gorgeous, what did I do to deserve these beautiful kids? Beautiful, handsome little boy. I saw a little cute little picture. It's all about them. It's all about they're picking out their college. And it's like sometimes when we get older, right? And I'm just in the beginning of older. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm in the beginning. I'm just scratching the surface of older. Don't you dare. Don't you. Now, sometimes we don't realize. I remember wanting to be like an older person because I said, at least you know who your kids are. You know what your kids look like. You've been married. You have the house. You have all these things. You know everything about your life. But when you're younger, you don't realize how much you don't know. You don't have no clue what your life is about to do. At least with us, even though we want to be ungrateful and have regrets, would regret what if I did not do what I did at 19, which was get married? I would not have these gorgeous, gorgeous kids that I get to, it's like me. It's like I treat them like their own people, but I'm like, look at it, look at it, look at her. She's that side of me, that side of me. I'm like, oh no, that's not me right there. But I don't know where she get that from. She must get that from the other side. But it's just it makes life more exciting. Okay. It's just a joy. And I'm gonna have some more, but in a couple years, I'm gonna be ready to be a grandma. That's crazy. All right, moving on. But that's like so cool. It's really so cool. It's the circle of life. It's nothing to fight. It's nothing to be mad about. This is middle age, okay? We're gonna have aging parents, grown kids, little kids, and they're gonna have kids, and it's gonna keep us. I'm just happy that I get to see it. Because I could have died at 11 and I'm not. I'm not dead. I'm alive. To praise the Lord in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Setting standards too high. All right. When you set your standards too high, you end up with no one to be with. And the whole point is to be with someone. So you have to find a man who has potential. And when I say potential, he got to work hard. It's so many times that I seen men, like I seen a woman, right? I see this happen a lot. Let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. I see this happen a lot. Okay. Let me see something. Okay. So the woman, okay, they're here. The couple is here. The woman goes here and opens the door for the man. Now he might be right here, but baby, he's shoring down here, and he making good money right here. He making good money. Why? Because the woman is the one that does the admin. She opened up the business. She has the idea. The man over here taking it over. Men like to work with their hands. They like to work with their hands. They like to get things done. They like to keep make things happen. But they're not. Every man is not a secretary. I'm gonna go ahead and put the notes on there. You gotta no no. Don't interrupt me. You gotta put see that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. So we gotta put I had to teach her not to keep interrupting me. She want me to do her hair right after this. But the men, oh yeah, they would do stuff. They would work all day long. They would work all day long. Set that business up for him, sis. You know you don't want to be working out. Cut it out. What woman want to work hard? Oh, y'all talking about I'm gonna slow down. He may soft like. He may soft like. Wish somebody could come take all these bills. So you the one, you was the alley hoop. You set it up and then you let him work the business. Sis, I'm trying to tell you the secret. Just let him do it. Set it up. That's your stuff. And then one guy said this. He said it's going to be greater. You're not going to respect it if you don't get it with him. He not going to respect you if you don't get it with him. Y'all have to get it together if it's going to be sustainable. Meaning the wealth, get the wealth together. All right. Here we go. Setting standards too high. So yeah, don't set if you set your standards too high, you're gonna miss the man. That's it. It's that simple. And you talking about last thing I'm gonna say on setting standards too high is settle. Well, tell me your imperfections because I will tell you he's settling for you. Tell me your imperfections, and I will tell. Tell me imperfection, and I'll tell you he's settling for you because a man is only going to stop for a woman he think is better than him. Y'all not getting this. Not to say she's better than him, but she's a higher level than what he normally can get. If a man is getting all that girls right here, when he get that girl right here, that's the one he gonna marry. I promise you that. It may not be in looks, it may be in treatment, it may be in cooking, it may be in something else, but that girl stands out. And it's just the thing to get him to want to marry her. But if she sit there and be like, I'm too good for you, I'm too good for that, and that's why we're not married. That's why we're not married. Because we don't want to say, you know what? I'm gonna work on me and you're gonna work on you, and we're gonna get better together. Moving on. Now, another thing that women do, according to married men, is placing more value on men who can offer material possessions and status. You keep choosing men for the status. You just want to be like, oh, he had a BMW and I was all in that car and stuff. You know, we went on a fancy day. We went on his yacht and stuff. Like, man, when do that be working out? When you see the girls, the Lala Anthony's and all them stuff, they get the basketball player. The basketball player, he over there cheating on you, man. Come on, stop it. You need to really stop. So you wanted a man to cheat on you? Now, if you are a woman that is okay with the other woman walking by you while you're walking in, that is you. Do your thing, boo. Do your thing. I'm not gonna hold you up. But for the women that really like, my feelings will be hurt, shattered, and it ain't even gonna be like, oh, I'm destroyed. No. You're gonna be destroyed because you lost a good thing. And I'm that confident in myself that if you can find me again or find somebody that's the same level, it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute and it to win it. Yeah. Right? It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a good minute. When you find that next one, you ain't never gonna let her go. And it's gonna be something she don't do that I do. And you'll be like, dang, the rooster did it better than that. Right? But you have to be not just be overly confident, guys. I'm talking about you are that good to that man. I'm talking about, look, I'm messing up. I gotta clean up more. I gotta cook more. I gotta encourage him more. I got whatever he needs, I gotta do that. And you end it for me because cheating is ending it for me, right? You got to be a good behind man. Ooh, baby. He had to like slip and fall on his drug, right? You had, all right, forgive you, baby, right? I had to be super duper in love. But if you just roll regular schmegular and you want to be all funky with your attitude and stuff, I'm like, I want to get rid of you anyway. You know what I mean? Because I'm too nice to you. Like so my thing is I'm gonna be as good to a person as possible. And the second I say no more, I never go back because I know I gave it my all. And I don't have any regrets. Make sense? But you got to be that good to people. If you're not, then you gonna be like, I miss him. Why? He's the best thing I ever had. That's what you're crying for, because you wasn't that great anyway. You wasn't that great. He wasn't that great, and he was just worse, and you felt like you lost that one. But you cry a little when your feelings is hurt. You dust yourself off and be like, I was too good for him anyway. When you really are too good for him. Well, well, well. Like I said, they'll marry the one they feel like it's too good for them. I'm just saying. Hmm. The next thing is, all right, so when you place your value in material possessions and statuses, and this is what I learned from Esther. I love the Bible. Yeah, I was. Let me tell you. Wait, it's right here. I was sitting at that in that thing, and I was sitting in that Bible, and it was really talking like how to treat people, this and that, and this and that. And I was like, yo, it's calming to read the Bible. If you ever feel anxious, depressed, suicidal, go open up the New Testament. I'm telling you, you're gonna like it. It was real good. But we like to pick guys with material possessions. Oh, I was talking about Esther. So Esther decided that she was told. It wasn't that she knew to do this. She was told. So that means she took advice from an older man, a eunuch. And he said, do not. He's going to offer you all this stuff. You're going to pick one thing and you're going to go into the room with the king. He said, don't pick anything. Just go the way you are, right? Or something small. And that's when I learned, you know what? When you see people's stuff, you don't grab people's stuff. You let it go. You be like, I don't need nothing. It's cool. I'm good. It's good. I don't need nothing from you. She said, I need nothing. And she got to be the queen. And she got to save her people. Okay. So that's the big deal. So when you are about somebody's material possessions, that's their stuff. That's their stuff. That's not your W. That's his house. That's not your house. He don't plan to give it to you. If y'all not married, you don't use it. It's not yours. Especially when you waited for him to get it by himself. He's going to walk into it with it. He's going to walk into that marriage with it. He's going to walk out that marriage with it. That's his goal. Will the law allow it? Maybe, maybe not. But that's his goal. So now in his mind, you done stole his stuff. He done messed with you in laws. You don't want to make a man feel like you robbed him. One thing is for sure, two things for certain, is it feels better. I'm sorry, but I know y'all all about the get back, right? But sometimes it feels good when a person get over on you, right? And they did you wrong. Oh, it feel good. It feel good when I know I never did nothing to you and you did that to me, right? Even though you feel like you lost a little bit, but overall, when you look at your life, that person's going to run it in their mind. Every time they think about you, they're going to think how bad they hurt you, how horrible of a person they are. I never used to consider how bad people feel after they did their dirt. I never used to consider how bad people feel after they did their dirt. And I was like, God, you really gonna let these people get away with this? Oh my, I got some news today. Whew. One of my biggest haters. I mean, she hated me. We got into a fight. 1 year later, she's gone. A place I love, a place I cherish, a place I adore, a place I thrive, a place I've been there for so long I don't want to leave. God moved and plucked out my hater. And they know they done did me wrong. And I never, it's like you want to make me a bad person so bad, but you the bad person. And so bad that other people got to go do stuff to you. Because I don't got to take no revenge because God will fix it. If I just hit you, now I look crazy. But if I do nothing and let God fight my battles, you gone. All right, moving on. Yeah. So yeah, I'd be like Esther and don't Don't be like trying to covet people's stuff, man. Like you coveting me, like I want your stuff. I gotta have your stuff. It's my stuff now. It's mine. I want it. This and then the third. And engaging in controlling behavior. A lot of us, we want to know, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you doing it with? I mean, I really can't think like this, honestly. I'd be like, whatever you, I know, you know what it is though. In the beginning, you'd be like, what is he doing with his time? Like when you don't know him and you start dating him, you'd be like, but what is he doing? Oh, look, he texting us. Like, what is he actually doing? Right. And so, um, then once you know what he's doing, you feel more like, okay, I'm gonna calm down, right? You get anxious about what he's doing. But instead of dealing with the anxiety, you ask him, just let him be. Try to figure it out very like smooth, like be more smooth. Sometimes we got no chill, ladies. We have no chill, and that's the issue. And if we could just get a little chill, we'd be all right. So don't try to control him. Don't tell him where he can go, what he can do, what he can't. I only have one rule: no female friends. Okay, I'm not trying to be controlling or whatever. I like, please. I have no male friends on purpose. Trust me. They, it's a new person all the time trying to be my friend. You can't have no friend. No, he said you can't. No, he ain't say nothing. I said I don't have no male friends. I don't need no new male friends. I don't know you. If you were supposed to be in my life, you'd have been in my life, right? Now, I'm not saying this is a horrible rule for everybody. Like, this is the best thing that ever happened is no male friends. What I'm saying is, if you don't have no friends that you grew up with, like the people that have friends should be with together, right? If a man has female friends and a woman has male friends, they all could be friends together. That's gonna make sense. But if I have no male friends and then you have female friends, for me, it's not fair. And I was hoping not to find somebody in that position, so I had to think about that. But for me, I had some type of issues in the past, and I know that's wrong, but I ain't playing games. And let's get it on. I ain't. I just not. That's a tricky thing. But if you that's your sister, y'all done forever, ever, that'd be different. But if somebody you done hit, nah, it's cool. Mm-mm. I'm good with. I'm good on that. That's how you really can be like. You stay friends with somebody you slept with. You ask her for trouble by the woman that you love. You ask her for trouble. So it's gonna be some stuff like that, but so yeah, don't try to control them. Don't try to tell them what to do. Like as soon as we get into telling you what to do, that's the mama territory I stay out of. I don't want to be nobody mama. No, 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 no. I don't need to tell you what to do. We need to talk. I need to ask you if it's something I know you want me to like push you on. I'm like, I'll push you on that because I really want it, but it's not everything. But I'm not sitting here tit for tatting and trying to tell you what to do. Next, lowering your standards to attract a man's affection. Lowering their standards to attract a man's affections. A lot of times we say we're celibate, and then and the man says, I don't want to be celibate with you. And you think you do the pros and cons thing and say, well, I could get married to him, baby. You're not getting married to him because you already failed the first test. He's not marrying you. Please stop it. Stop, stop, stop. Because first of all, he never respected your boundaries. He did not respect you enough to say, you know what, I'll wait for you, or I will give you some time. Like, can you give me more details? Just right off the bat, no, I'm not interested in that kind of relationship with you. Yeah, that's a red flag. That means that man could care less about what you got going on or you. He just want to be by himself. And that's not okay. Now, and so now you lower your standards and you sleep with them, and then you mad, you salty, and then you say all men are dogs. But it's like, listen, you're playing the game and you can't be stupid. You gotta stop being stupid. I don't like to call it names, but it's giving stupid now. Like at this point in 2024, they already told us stop sleeping with us because we're going to do it. If you say we can sleep with you, we're going to sleep with you, and we're not going to give you what you want. So you might as well take that out because it's not going to get you nowhere. What's going to get you somewhere is other things, but not that. If you want to have sex, have sex. But if you don't want to have sex, do not break your agreement with God if it's with God. Last one, not being approachable, meaning not friendly, bad attitude. If you think you're going to get a relationship with a bad attitude, you better be the finest thing walking. I mean, fun. I mean, fun. That's the only time somebody gonna put up with that. And guess what? You're not beauty fades. So a lot of times the women get away with being having a bad attitude because they're beautiful, pretty, take care of themselves, they look good, and the man is like, all that matters is you looking good. Baby, when you keep throwing them hissy fits and you keep acting like a toddler, and you rolling on the floor and you didn't have your way and all those type of things, he's either not going to marry you or he's not going to treat you well while you're married, because he's going to be regretting his choice, because that's going to wear off. Men like novelty. And so your friendliness brings him in another time, another again. Playfulness. I was watching a video and the girl was like, she was like dancing on her man and boop boop and all this stuff. And she was so like, he was just standing there laughing at her. And he was like, it was like an older guy and a younger girl. And the girl was like, she'll never, ever like not have a man because she's playful. She's youthful. So when you are youthful and playful, right? And you're friendly, it's fun to be around you. Sometimes you don't have to be competing with younger girls. Just be yourself, but the fun self. Be the fun. Like I when I was oh whatever. I'm not even gonna say it. It's not appropriate. Certain things I'm not gonna talk about because it's just not appropriate. Sorry. Hate to do that to you. But yeah, it was containing some stuff that's inappropriate. Okay, fun. But I'll call it that. It won't be just out of the blue. It's like, okay, time we're gonna. But that's when you're in a relationship and under covenant, okay, and hopefully married. Okay, I can say that because I was married. All right, don't be unapproachable. Be friendly. Don't have a bad attitude. So just having a bad attitude. Now, da 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 da. People getting shot up nowadays, stabbed nowadays because they have bad attitudes with the wrong person. Some of these men have mental health issues. Like anybody can have mental health issues. So a crazy man or a man you the fragile ego, the regular man is already bad. Imagine somebody that's mentally unstable. You are putting yourself in danger, literally your life. So be careful because your attitude can determine whether you live or die. That's real. That's real for men, and now it's real for women too. All right, guys. So that is a little bit about what Black married men think about why single women are still single. And I say disproportionately single. We're the most single out of everybody. There's other things concerning how people teach their children about relationships, like either you need to find a man to provide all that you need, or you need to be independent on your own. Like it's two extremes, and we have to come to like a realization. So we'll continue this conversation. Thank you so much for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Bye, guys. Comment below what you think about what black married men said. Think about why women are single. So if you have a reason why women are single, post it below. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and see you next time. Bye.